Welcome back to Interesting News with Phoenix. This is your channel where I talk about news that is interesting to me, right? And that could be a variety of things. Sometimes I may cover politics. Sometimes I may cover current topics, celebrity news, and pretty much anything else that I find interesting. I'm a very random person, if you will. So this channel is pretty much gonna be random. So hopefully you guys are just as random as I am, and you find this channel interesting. If so, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe below. All right, let's get into it, y'all. So the Chris Brown and Quavo beef. Is it going too far? Like in the beginning, I thought, when I heard Tender, I was like, by Quavo. So for you guys that don't know what's going on, apparently Quavo, which is from the groups Migos, and Chris Brown is having a little of uh music beef for now, right? And let's hopefully it stays a music beef. Well, apparently there's a song called Freak that Chris Brown kind of came at Quavo or mentions something about being involved. I haven't heard Freak. I have to be honest, I haven't heard that one. But in response to that, Quavo does Tinder, which honestly for me, I'm an old head, if you will. I'm y'all auntie in these streets. But I do enjoy music of today and music of yesterday. Um, but Quavo song Tinder didn't like it. It definitely gave old school Quavo uh the the recipe that used to work, but at this point it's a little bit just outdated. So yeah, it was definitely underwhelming. Chris Brown then comes back rapping, not singing, but rapping, and called a diss song called "Weakest Link" in reference to Quavo. Weakest Link definitely took the conversation away from Drake and Kendrick. Definitely took, nobody's talking about that beef anymore. Because after Chris Brown said what he said, it was like, oh, okay. Wow. Did he say that? Yeah, he said that. Oh, okay. Like, Quavo, what you going to do? At that point, people really are saying, like, hey, bro, you might have to take this to the streets. But I definitely don't think, if listen, we still trying to figure out what happened to Takeoff. So until we figure out what happened to Takeoff, for sure, don't take anything to the streets. And also, even after you find out what happened to Takeoff, don't take it to the streets. Y'all too old. Like I think both of y'all are over at least over 30. After 30, you too old to be doing fighting. Under 30, you too old to be doing fighting. But for sure, after 30, right? I know Chris Brown is a father of three or four, five, six kids. Not really sure if Quavo has any kids or not. But either way, both men are too worth too much money and too old to be out here fighting like for real, like physical fighting. Let's keep it to the music. I have to be honest though, the music is very entertaining. Uh, then Quavo responds to Chris Brown's Weakest Link with a song featuring Takeoff, and honestly, I do like it. Now, as far as these songs go, it definitely wasn't, it definitely didn't take away from Chris Brown's this song for sure. I really wish Quavo would have released that song as a single and not as a diss to Chris Brown because I think it would have gotten momentum. I for one loved Takeoff, and so I've been waiting for that camp to put together a solo project uh for Takeoff. Right, I definitely been waiting on a solo project. And I'm not really sure if they're waiting to put a solo project out once things is resolved with his situation. But definitely would have loved to hear a postmortem, you know, album from Takeoff, to be honest. So anyway, guys, that is the catch up. In case you've been wondering what is all of the chatter about Chris Brown and Quavo, and kind of where did this beef even come from? Excuse me. But that's kind of the background on it. This is a beef that's been brewing from years and years ago, at least 5 to 8 years ago. Um, they had an altercation, I think, at like an award ceremony or something like that. Um, but I think ever since then, there's been tension amongst these individuals. But before I go, I do want to say that I do think Offset called a stray bullet, not a stray bullet, but Offset called a stray mention from Chris Brown. I don't think it was intended to like slight, Offset, but it definitely did. So anyway, tell me, what do you guys think? Y'all too old to even care? You have an opinion on it, you don't have an opinion on it. Either way, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I definitely look forward to bringing you guys the next interesting piece of news to me. And again, I'm your girl Phoenix, everybody's favorite auntie, or everybody's soon to be favorite auntie, and maybe some people's girlfriend. Nah, just kidding. But guys, hey, thanks for listening, and come on back. Bye.